What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Unknown Coatings channel. Got a banger of a video today. Going to be redoing this classic Kawasaki tank. As you can see, it has a bunch of bodywork done to it. I have another video coming out explaining how to do bodywork on old tanks like this. But that's not what this video is. This video is about how to make a crazy sparkle. Just primering this with a traditional, just run-of-the-mill primer. It's mostly just to check the bodywork one last time. I've had a couple people reach out and ask about primer. I actually have a video about primers coming out. Might be actually sometime this week. We threw this one in the oven, let the temperature get up to about 330, and then pull it out so it's got a partial cure. This was an attempt to show you the powders. Going to be using Lollipop Red, Disco Platinum, and I think Speedway Black. After we pulled this primer out, pulled this tank out after getting primer, went ahead and sanded it, so it means we're going to have to go ahead and wipe it down. So we used denatured alcohol on one of these supposedly lint-free cloths. They're not perfectly lint-free, but they actually do a pretty good job. They come in blue and white. I tend to use the blue ones because the blue lint, if it does happen, is a little bit more visible. If you're real concerned with it, you can just go around with a torch and torch the parts. Burns away any lint that might be left and get caught up on an edge or anything like that. As you can see, this actually removes quite a bit. This is after it's been blown off. So even if you blow stuff off, just know that it's not gonna be perfect. You're still gonna have to wipe it down. The primer, like I said, on this is more just to make sure that the body work is all good. We did a little bit of sanding just to get rid of some nibs and things like that. And we'll get this thing going into powder. So I'm starting this off with Speedway Black. I get a lot of people ask me why I would start with a dark metallic base like this, kind of knowing what the end goal is here. Traditionally on a darker color, I don't do this on lighter candies, only on darker candies if I want to create that real depth. I will shoot a dark metallic, so something like Speedway Black, Crystal Gray, Cadillac Gray, Kingsport Gray. If I'm doing a light color, I'll still just use like a heavy silver, alien silver, whatever as the base. I just feel like this adds a little bit more depth on the dark colors. You get these kind of, I almost want to say like these black voids in the flake, which we'll be putting on next, which is the Disco Platinum. It just creates a bit of depth. You'll see kind of in the end of this, I show some real close-up video of this flake, and you see how much depth there actually is in it. So now it's all coated. We're going to go throw that thing in the oven for a bit. Mostly just going to let it get to flash out, which means, flow out, get glossy. And then move to program 2 again, and we'll start spraying Disco Platinum from Prismatic. Now, I spray the first coat of this hot every single time, especially on a part like this. Now, this part, like I said, has a bunch of intricate bodywork that was done to it. We actually did that body work with JB Weld. Once again, I have a video coming out kind of explaining that process. Now, the reason that I spray Disco Platinum hot, or most of the disco colors hot, this flake has a real hard time sticking to certain surfaces. I don't know if it's just because of it doesn't take a charge super well, or the gravity has like a huge effect on this color. If you have a good gun, like this is a Optiflex 2. If you have a good gun, it's less of an issue, but you want to make sure that you get this nice and even. So what I end up doing is I do, a pretty light coat hot, just to make sure the flake is nice and even, and then I'll put that in the oven, let it cure just a little bit, and then I'll pull it back out and I'll spray another coat of it cold, just to give it a little bit more depth in the flake. And this is after the second cure on the Disco Platinum. As you can see, this has a ton of depth to the flake. It reminds a lot of people of like old bass boats or old motorcycle helmets and things of that nature that used to have that just crazy metallic from the 70s. Now we're moving on to Lollipop Red. This is, of course, shot cold. I'm actually going to be doing 2 coats of this as the customer wanted it a bit darker. And I know what Lollipop Red looks like if you shoot 2 coats of it, like how dark it's going to be. Some of the other candy reds that are already darker, I don't know what they look like over this combination. It's not to say they wouldn't work. They probably totally would work, but I knew exactly what the customer was going for, as he was referencing one of my old videos for the color, so it was easy just to replicate this way. And of course, if you guys like powder coating content, make sure you hit the like button on this video, hit subscribe, and turn on all notification to get a heads up when we post new videos. Got a couple videos coming out this week, and they're all pretty cool projects. Got a couple like random fire hydrants that we did. One in plain yellow, one in like a bright candy red. And also going to show you guys how to do body work. Got a couple primer videos coming out. So it should be pretty awesome. All right, and you can see after curing the red, how absolutely gorgeous this color is as I struggle to get it hung up. I think this hook actually got caught in my glove at the time. But you get a close-up here and you'll actually be able to see how gorgeous and deep this color actually is. And I'm going to give you guys like a little heads up. There is a camera trick that you can use to really show the depth of a crazy flake like this, because I know a lot of you guys who have tried to take video of powder coating like this yourself and it just never shows up on camera. You'll see me back up right here, and I'm actually going to refocus this on the wall. So on my phone screen, I just tap and it focuses on the wall, and it gets the tank out of focus, and it shows the depth way more. Now, it's going to go back and refocus itself because, you know, that's how these cameras work, but it at least gives you an opportunity to see how crazy that flake is. So now we're going on to the second coat. Made sure there was nothing in the first coat. If there is something in that coat of red, you can always go through and just give it a light sanding. Once again, wipe it down with alcohol, denatured alcohol, of course, and put your next coat on. And this coat of red will actually be getting fully cured, unlike the first one, which was just flowed out. Once again, I'm adding this second coat to give a little bit more depth, a little darker red. And this, you can see here in the shade, is absolutely gorgeous, but there's still more to do. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this to pinstriping, which is the next step, and that got us to here. Basically just a replication of the previous graphics that were on it, just changed the colors. This was all done by hand. This is all done by a pinstriper. None of these are stickers or anything, and then there is an acrylic clear put over top of these. I didn't show the acrylic clear process. I guess I should have. I know I get a lot of questions about acrylic clear and when you're supposed to use it versus not use it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I guess I should make a video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this project. Once again, using my little trick to show the sparkle. I'll intentionally move it out of focus. But there's actually a video here towards the end. Yeah, I think it's coming right up here. I'm going to show this in the shade, and you can see how great this color looks. This thing just sitting on the counter, every single person that saw it like absolutely fell in love with it. And I'm going to be doing a couple more projects with a different color, but a similar process where it has multiple layers of flakes. So make sure you like this video and follow the channel to see more videos. Have a good one, guys.